So, hey, I've been thinking, maybe you want to take this shock collar off? You know, as a sign of thanks for my hard work on Korriban. Not that I don't enjoy the perpetual fear of electrocution.
You will do as I say, and not ask for favors.
Yeah, that's a real keen idea and all, but what do I get out of it?
That's a point. Behave, and later, the collar.
You're serious? Alright, I can do that. I think. Behave, Vette. Okay, hey, Sith master person of questionable temper and such. I've been extra good with the behaving. Did you notice? So, how about taking the shock collar off me?
Give me your word that you'll still obey.
How about some non-obedient sort of following directions? Like a person instead of a pet?
You really can't be broken, can you?
Ugh. That is such a relief. So, what now? I mean, we're like a million miles from nowhere, and you've got the only ship.
You and me, working together, taking down the galaxy. What do you think?
What? Well, of course. Me and my buddy, the Sith. Nobody's gonna pick on me at school. Sorry. Let's just get going, yeah? You know, I was a slave when I was a little girl. Before I got free. Sort of full circle, I guess.
Many of your people are born into slavery. Is that what happened to you?
Near enough. My mother and sister and I were grabbed when I was little. I don't remember much of it. We worked the mines on Ryloth. Then they separated us. I got sold to a Rhodian, then a Hutt. Then some sort of weird three-eyed thing.
I'm guessing your masters found you more trouble than you were worth.
Ha ha. Yeah. So I was never gonna get Slave of the Year. Anyway, I guess you know you've moved around too much when a Sith ship starts to feel like home.
This is home. And this is our strange little community.
I guess you're right. Watch out I don't start calling you Pops. Have you ever heard of Nock Drayan? Pirate. Terrified the criminal world for a few decades.
He destroyed the Wrath Cartel and the Vandalhelm Combine in some giant power grab. Same guy?
Yeah, same guy. Weird to think of him that way. Nock Drayan was the most famous killer in the galaxy. But he set me free. I was still slaving it up for Three Eyes when he crossed Nock. Or maybe he just had something Nock wanted. I never did ask.
Did any of the gang survive the encounter?
You mean anyone that wasn't owned as property? No, they did not. I'm still not sure how Nock got his speeders into the camp. One minute they weren't there, and then they were. He was ruthless, but not a thug, you know? Sort of a pirate prince. Freed all the slaves, and told them they could join up, or go their own way.
I assume you saw the opportunity for plunder and seized it.
Well, I wasn't gonna go wander off on whatever waste of a planet we were on. I was the smallest on the crew, and mining had taught me to fit in tight spaces. Nock's crew showed me how to steal. For a long time, I didn't feel bad about stealing. So much had been taken from me.
It must have been hard for you.
Well, it's a long time ago anyway. Let's get back to work, yeah? What does family mean to you? I mean, does it have to be the people you're actually related to?
Are you looking for a specific answer, or just getting philosophical?
Nostalgic, maybe. When I was working for Nock Drayan, doing the pirate thief thing, he had a daughter my age. Risha. It wasn't like Nock was super sweet to her or anything. But he'd call her princess, and I wished I was her.
If you had killed her without her father knowing, he might have turned his affection to you instead.
You are sort of insane. You know that, don't you? Risha was smart and strong. She knew how to do everything around the ship. And I went everywhere with her. Suddenly I had a sister again. For years it was Risha and me against the galaxy and anyone who gave us grief.
Did you drift apart? Start to fight?
Nothing like that. Eventually, Nock hatched some secret plan that I couldn't be a part of. One that apparently got them both killed. But for a while there, I really was happy. Enough of that. You know, I never thought much about being a Twi'lek when I was younger. Even on Ryloth, there were lots of other types of people. As far as I could tell, people like me were just the ones who made the best slaves. Wasn't much to be proud of, you know?
Your perspective changed as you got older?
It wasn't getting older. It was meeting Twi'leks that weren't helpless. When I left Nock Draen's gang, I joined up with a group of Twi'lek artifact hunters. They were all young too, full of fire and Twi'lek pride, out trying to recover our heritage.
I could see the appeal of young, excitable Twi'leks.
You should have met them. There was a girl they called Taunt. She was beautiful. Everyone loved her. I made friends in the new gang. But it wasn't until we did our first job together that we were family. There was this rich Duras scumball, Kata Bliss. Obsessed with Twi'lek women, artifacts, clothes, anything. We took him for everything he was worth.
You said he was obsessed with Twi'lek women. Did you have to rescue people along with the loot?
Yeah, and some of them weren't exactly in great shape. Wasn't much better than Korriban, and they'd been there a while. Anyway, we were flying high. Did a couple more jobs together. Then came Korriban. And I guess you know how that ended up.